Oh boy, here we go again, man. Sunday night Knicks. Oh man, where do we go? Where do we go with this one, CK? Where do we go, man?
You talking? I have no idea.
I was almost gonna pull the plug on this show. I was so disgusted by the effort. Here we are, Friday night. You know, we're patting ourselves on the back. We're saying tough loss to the Celtics, but you know, kudos to this team for actually showing some guts and hanging in there. They're 1-5 coming into tonight's game against a Kings team that was reeling. You would think that we would have some sort of sense of urgency to try to get a W, and these guys come out. What happened to protecting the garden? What happened to all of that? It seems like Mook Mars is the only one trying to get it cracking, bro.
Only one.
My God! I mean, give me some thoughts, man. I'm at a loss of words, man. Honestly, it was a disgrace, man.
It was disgusting. You hit it right on the head, and the last thing you said, protecting the garden. All we heard from all of our veterans, and the only one to show up was Marcus Morris Sr. Julius Randle, trash.
Julius is fried under the spotlight, man. Fried, bro. What is going on with Julius, man?
Even Wayne Ellington getting a lot more minutes. His minutes got bloated tonight. 24, 3 points. That's about it. That's all we got.
3 points. I don't even know where to start, man. I don't even know where to start. Another lineup change. Okay, Fizz wants to get Julius activated by bringing in Bobby Portis like he's Scottie Pippen or something. You know, he wants to create more spacing. I get it. But at this point, man, it doesn't seem like anything is going to help Julius right now. He's in his own head.
Yeah, 100%. But to me, I don't understand how that helps with the spacing because, look, and I'm not saying anything against Marcus Morris because even though he was frustrating in times, he was our right next to RJ Barrett, our best player on the court. So he needs to be out there. But I just don't know how – I don't like – and I've been saying it. I've been very vocal about it. I just don't like Marcus Morris and Randle on the court together.
They do not fit together, man. They don't.
But what do we do though?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? What the hell do we do about that? I don't know
because, like I said, right now it seems like nothing is gonna help Julius get right now because he's folding under the pressure, man, big time.
And it's easy to say it frustrated and say, well, then just bench Julius Randle, but you can't bench.
They're not gonna bench. They're not gonna.
You can't do that, right?
They're not gonna wave the white flag on that. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? I just don't. It has to be broken. Even Clyde said it. He was like, "Hey, it seems like when one guy has it going, the other guy never does."
Dead, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that guy right now is Marcus Morris, who has it going every night, and Julius is just lost, man. I don't know how we fix this guy because, like I said, even easy buckets. You know, spacing or not, even easy buckets he can't get right now, man.
Yeah. There's so many layups, so many offensive, like his bread and butter, offensive rebound, right back up.
Yeah.
Even getting fouls and stuff. None of that has been existent yet.
None of that.
Except maybe the first game. I'll give Juju the first game.
Yeah.
Other than that, have not been seen.
It's painful. It is painful to watch this guy. Listen, I'm rooting for this guy 100%, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hate, really coming down on these players, but it's just like, damn, bro, like what is going on with Randle right now, man?
Yep. Especially a game like this where this should have been his coming out game.
This should have been his coming out game.
He had what's the dude's name? But I can't even say his last name on the Kings. The B.
Balika. He was crushing us. He was crushing us, man.
That was his moment to take him out. But he instead of flipped over, and he was killing us.
He was killing us. Balika was killing us. They had Rashawn Holmes looking like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out there. He was destroying us, man. Absolutely.
Hey, shout out to Rashawn Holmes because that dude played his way onto a lineup, bouncing around Sixers, Suns now with this team. Shouts to him. Yeah. But at the same time, like, God, we made him look like an all-star.
Hey, I'd love to have him on our team because there's absolutely no resistance by this team. The resistance is the word. There was no resistance from the opening tip.
From the tip, man. We had, a 5-point lead at one point?
Yeah, I mean, that was it. That was it, man. We were up 7-2, and before I knew it, I blinked, I looked up, and it was 9-7, and that was all she wrote, man.
I don't mean to be that guy, and I'm never normally that guy, but I'm looking forward to December 15th. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, right now, the only thing we can be thankful. I mean, what was the bright spot tonight? That Marcus Morris is continuing to up his trade value.
RJ Barrett played like we were in the game the entire game. I mean, his numbers weren't the same as far as like shooting wise, but at the same time, he was the only one playing with heart in that second half. Well, I take that back. Mitch came in, looked good.
Yeah.
Kevin Knox gave us some spurts in that third quarter. Then he started taking a dump too, but it's fine. But that's the only positive I can take away. Is RJ Barrett continuing to look like a guy that can, take the team on his back, but he can't be playing 40 minutes.
So it was interesting. I don't know if you guys heard the post game of Fizz was tight tonight. He was tight, man. When they asked him that question, I don't recall who it was. It definitely wasn't Berman. Fizz was tight tonight when they asked him about the minutes of RJ. Basically, he shot back. He was like, "Well, he's got off tomorrow," and then he was like, "Yo, you guys got to get off that load management garbage." He's like, "The kid's 19. It is what it is. Get off of it." I can't tell you definitively whether or not like what the minutes load is gonna have on him. I can't tell you that. All I can say as a fan is that like luck hasn't been on our side with these kids. No. And I'm just like, man, if there's a window to just give this kid a little breather,
don't run him down.
Just don't run him down, please, man. 100%. We already lost Porzingis, man. Different body built, and you don't know what the impact is gonna be. I'm just like, go slow, man. Go slow,
please. Because we got one. You know what I'm saying? Like RJ is the truth. Like we got one, but at the same time, we cannot run him into the ground. And God forbid something similar to a Porzingis, something like that happens because he's being overworked. I hear exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean he's leading the league in minutes right now.
Bro,
you know what I mean? That's kind of
he's leading the league in minutes, and Mike Green dropped the bomb on us. I don't even remember exactly how many miles, but he's leading the league.
Yeah, 2 miles, 3 miles.
Oh my God,
3 miles.
I get it. He's 19. I get it. I hear you. I understand that he's young. He can do it, but at the same time, we're playing against the Kings. We're getting blown out in a moment you got to find minutes from the sit out.
Facts. 41 minutes in a damn near 30-point blowout. Like, I would have loved to have seen Dotson get a little bit more minutes. He got in 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes out of Dotson. You got 25 lousy minutes out of Ellington with 3 points.
Yeah.
Iggy, that's Iggy and Dot. Did you give them those minutes? Chop RJ's minutes in half. You could have, because the game was done by halftime. Yeah. Third quarter, the game was pretty much out of hand.
Yeah.
By the beginning of the second half. So,
and I'm trying to look where's this? Where do you end with fouls? 3. So this is my beef too. This is my thing, and Frank Ntilikina, man, it gets under my skin. And I understand the first quarter we take him out when he has the 2 fouls. That makes sense. But then it took until halfway to the second quarter to put him back in.
Yeah.
And then don't even get me started on, I get it. The Marcus Morris call that we challenged. I get it. I understand. It shouldn't have been a foul. But that's one that, to me, wasn't as big of a game changer that we should have challenged it. Because then later we have an obvious no call with Frank Ntilikina that gave him his 3rd foul. But we have no challenges left to challenge it because that one we could have easily won. Frank keeps his 3rd foul. But then once he got that 3rd foul, then all of a sudden Frank Ntilikina, we saw less and less of him on the court. And it's not even to say that he was, the shots weren't falling down, but Frank only took 3 of them. Yeah. So he can't say Frank wasn't hitting shots, so he got benched.
Facts.
And you can't even say it's the fouls either because he only had 3 fouls to play the game.
I feel like on that, Fizz was just really just grasping that. So he was just trying to win something, and he found the closest thing to it with the Morris play.
And that comes back to what you were saying about Wayne Ellington. Like when Ellington's on, play him to 24. But he had 3 points to 24. So those are minutes like, you know what? You saw what you need to see. It's not hitting tonight. You said, go to Dot. Go back to Frank because it's just a lot of frustration with the rotations today.
It's frustrations and
100%.
The thing is, it's like I still don't know what the optimal lineup is gonna be for this team. But I just can't see the benefit. This is now the 5th lineup change already.
It's not preseason anymore, man.
I just don't see the benefit of the constant yo-yo, this guy in, this guy out.
We're trying this lineup tonight. We're trying that lineup tonight.
How is that helping the chemistry for this team? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that 100%. And and I'm probably alone on this island now because I can see the chat. I can see Twitter. You know how I feel about firing coaches and moving on so prematurely and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, man, right when, just like you said, Friday, we're feeling like, we got rotations on pack. We lost, but this rotation looked nice tonight. It was a tight rotation. We were getting defense, a lot of good things. And then out of the blue, he decides, you know what? Let's put Portis out there instead of Mitchell Robinson. Yeah. It's just like you said, you can't get chemistry off of
the constant in and out. And I'm just like, I understand it because, again, you need more spacing. You need to get Julius Unleashed, but he still didn't do anything. But it didn't help.
It didn't help. Yeah, it really didn't help. It made it worse.
It made it worse.
Man. It made it way worse. Made it worse defensively, and it made it way worse. Everyone was just out there standing around, and then we were just playing hot potato, and then we would take a stupid shot.
Facts,
so it didn't help anything. It didn't help anything.
The guys on Twitter made a big deal about the fact that, the past 3 games we were leading the league in passes. But when you look at how they're running the offense, they're going side to side, man. They're going nowhere. They're going nowhere. They're not going north to south. They're not executing on the pick and roll. I believe they're once again in the bottom third. Shout out to Spencer. I'll pull up the stat in a second. But they're in the bottom third in pick and roll finishing with the guards and pick and roll finishing with the roll man. I believe they're 27th and 22nd respectively.
Gee whiz, man.
And then you look on, and conversely, you look on the Kings side, and Swipe is just in and out. Weaving in and out of that defense, shredding the switch. Buddy, shredding the switch. Wide open 3-pointers everywhere you look. We were giving this team some credit for playing some pretty decent defense over the past few nights, and all that went out the window.
Out the window. And then going back to what you just said about De'Aaron Fox, like that's my. I feel bad about that with one. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a Frank apologist, but you can't say Frank has been playing bad to all my Frank haters. He played a good game on Friday. But the thing is, what sucks with Frank, and as much as I love Frank, we might need a point guard that has the mentality to, I need, we're running it my way. Yeah. Because what works is exactly what you said. There's no pick and roll, pick and pops, nothing. There's nothing off the screens.
We're passing around the perimeter.
and we're holding the ball. We're passing the perimeter. There's nothing going on. But then what made Frank look good was when we saw those pick and rolls with Mitch. We saw those pick and pops with same Marcus Morris and stuff like that. But the thing is, then when, the veterans come in and, he defers to them, and I understand that. He's just trying to fit in and try to do his thing. But at the same time, Frank need to go out there and be like, "Yo, this is how we're running."
Command it, right? Get here, set that screen.
And unfortunately, I don't know if he's that guy. I love Frank. I think he has the potential to help us at least push the pace and play good ball movement basketball. But the problem is with that mentality and him being very passive. He's just going to keep deferring regardless. If Marcus is hitting his shot, he's going to defer.
He's going to go back.
I got to get the ball. Yeah, and then it turns into what happens, the last few nights. But De'Aaron Fox, he's playing his game. Facts. He's playing his game. He's out there moving the ball, zipping the ball, passing here. You know what? Yeah, you hot, buddy. I got you. You making your shots, but right now we're going to do it this way, and it works. And buddy still gets his shots. Yeah. So it's just. A lot of small things.
When you look at these teams, and this is my problem with the Morris, Portis, and Randall lineup, they're just not fast enough, bro. They're not agile enough. Like when you look at how these teams are zipping the ball in the perimeter, it goes in and gets kicked out. Next guy gets it. If he don't have the shot, he's driving in, kicking it out.
Extra passes,
right?
Yes.
But they're moving though. They're moving. Yeah. They're not just moving the ball. They're moving themselves.
Yeah.
And with Portis, he's a tweener. Randall, he's a tweener. You know what I mean? You just don't have that athleticism that you need to keep up with these teams on either end.
Mm-hmm. And then we get spurts of it when we have lineups like, when Knox is out there and, RJ. I don't understand why we're the only people seeing that RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, and Frank Ntilikina need to be on the court at the same time. Like, I don't understand why there's no assistant coach, no coach, nothing that's saying we need to try this lineup a little bit more. Even if it's not starting, fine. have that. But
Right.
like in the second quarter, in the third quarter, to end the game, though that when those three are on the court together, I'll even throw Mitch on there.
Mm-hmm.
When those four on the court, that's when you get what you just said. You get the ball movement, you get the ball zipping around, you get
Facts.
more, athletic plays, you get more, ball move. Those are the only time we see it, but we get such a small sample size of those guys on the court together.
Changed.
We don't, you know what I'm saying?
It gets
and then
changed.
Marcus Morris gets slotted in and the ball sticks again.
Yeah.
Wayne. So it's just we don't.
It's all over, man. We're all over the place, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's craziness.
It's very difficult because it's like you need Mars. Mars is the only thing going right now. He's the only thing smoking right now. Yep. Ideally, it should be Julius sitting right now, but it's just not gonna happen.
It won't happen.
It's not gonna happen. So it's like you just have to fit that round peg in a square hole, until you trade him.
Yeah.
Because at this point, if he's going forward and we're going backwards, hey, I'm picking up the phone.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? So call somebody. Somebody's gonna take him.
I've never been one to just haul everybody, but I'm December 15th.
Yeah,
I'm taking all of the phone calls. If your name is not any of our young guys, I'm taking all of the phone calls. You want who for what? Okay. You want who for what?
No problem.
Yeah, all right.
No problem.
I don't want to, but I'm watching old boy Bogdan out there just playing and slotting and just being in the right places at the right time, being aggressive. And it's like, yeah, I'll take the phone call. If those rumors are true, I'll take that phone call easily.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Man, I don't look, man.
Oof, this was a tough one, man. Another thing, the rebounding battle we've been leading the league. We only got nine offensive rebounds tonight, so second chance points. We had no chance. We had no chance.
We finally do a lot of things right, and it just goes out the window when we needed to. A game that
we needed on our home court, and we get embarrassed. I don't know, man.
And we're gonna find a way to make this Cleveland game closer than it should be.
Yep.
Watch us.
Yep. I mean, they even showed on the MSG telecast the upcoming schedule, all the teams that didn't make the playoffs. Like that means anything. We are dog shit right now, bro. That doesn't mean anything
at all.
That doesn't mean anything, man. Can't look at the schedule that way because we're one of the worst teams in the league, bro. If not the worst.
Yeah, we're sitting at the worst.
Well,
we shouldn't be, and I think that's what's more frustrating than like times the past, where it's like, yeah, you know what, we're trying our best to overachieve, but we should not be the worst team in the league, at least not right now. We really should not be, and it's just so frustrating,
It's lousy, man.
We're doing it to ourselves.
Yeah. It's lousy, man. Salute to everybody in the chat tonight.
What's good, everybody?
That we had to vent, man. We had to get that out, CK. I had to get that one out. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP, KnicksFanTV, my man CK2K joining us on the guest seat. If you're a diehard Knicks fan who loves to talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post-game live discussion featuring live callers, hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. All right, let's hear from you guys, man. I'm sure there's a lot of angry Knicks fans out there waiting to get it in. Let's go to Rochester, my guy Nate. What's happening, Nate? How you feeling, bro?
Don't hold back.
I don't feel good at all, but what's up, guys?
What's good, man?
What up?
Don't hold back.
Don't hold back, Nate.
All right, here's what I got to say. Fizdale made... Starting with the Bobby Portis decision to start him was completely wrong. If you're going to claim to be a defensive coach, why are you benching Mitch? If the right thing would have been to do is if you start Kevin Knox over Randall, which you're never going to do, which I already know, I acknowledge, but that both of Knox and Randall are minded on defense. But now you have a person who stretches the floor, and you have your rim defense, and that's like a more balanced lineup than what we have. Mm-hmm. He also played RJ 40 minutes. In a blowout loss, we were down 30. I don't know what you were thinking.
Blowout loss.
Did you guys see the article with Baxter Holmes where it's talking about players like in their youth getting burned out and how they have 40-year-old knees? Like that's what he's doing with RJ.
Yep.
I didn't see
scientific data saying you need to rest these players. And he's trying to just reject it like it's the 90s. Playing Frank 14 minutes, and I know it's more controversial because he wasn't that good tonight, but still, you didn't have a chance not to play him. This is a developmental year. It's ridiculous. And honestly, man, you remember like last Sunday where I said I want to judge Fizz like after the Celtics game,
Mm-hmm.
I'm straight fire this guy. He's done nothing for me. This guy's terrible.
Oh man.
That's all I got.
So CP, I know this is your show, but I got one rule. Okay, so if everybody come in, like, and this goes to you too. So if you are pro Fire Fizz, you have to follow it up with who is replacing them. So I need to know.
That's dangerous, bro. That's dangerous.
I
bro.
want to hear
because the Mark Jackson hive is buzzing right now.
They are going.
They are
so
buzzing right now, bro.
I want to hear the replacement when you say Fire Fizz. What you got?
I got Becky Hammond, the one you guys talked about last stream.
Ooh.
And I know the optics of that, especially if she does like bad, would be terrible, especially like the internet.
I don't want us to.
But at this point, the optics don't matter because our team is so bad. Mark Jackson's no. Mark Jackson's 100%
no. Mark Jackson. No.
The second guy
he's
an assistant coach right now. It's Mike Miller. That guy's doing work with the G League team. Why not give him a chance? Because we're looking. There's no established coaches out there. Like we can just put him on an interim coaching job. Just see what he does.
Yeah.
He's gotten the most average point guards in the G League. I want to see what he does.
Knowing the Knicks, that could come sooner than later, man. Appreciate it.
And I to continue what he said, I would love the Mike Miller thing. You know what that would remind me of? That would remind me of what the Bulls did with Jim Boylan and how that turned into them being the right move. Because Jim Boylan's the same thing to them like Mike Miller is to us. He was a great assistant, was working with a lot of players, got a lot of players to, exceed the potential. Then he goes and he has an interim job and then has them overachieving. I can see a lot of similarities with that with Mike Miller if, we come to that circumstance and we put him in the interim. So I would have no complaints with that.
I can't listen. That's like I said on the last show. I love Becky Hammond for also that she did in basketball for the Liberty, and when they were hot, I was definitely following. But we need somebody that knows the spotlight, just like a player, just like the players.
Yeah,
JVG, bro. JVG, man.
Would he take it?
I don't know.
I would take that.
I don't know, man.
I would say I'll give him the check and the pen.
Don't know.
I would give him a checkbook and a pen with the contract, like whatever you want. Now, I would take that. I just don't know if he would take the job.
I don't know. I'm not sure because he's been out for so long, even though he's been involved with the USA team and whatnot. But I just feel like this is just a different situation, bro. And I don't want to have that Becky Hammond, that first experience.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't want that.
That's what I completely agree. I want her. She is definitely a head coach in this league someday. Yeah. I don't want it to be us.
Facts.
For
Facts.
her and for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm with you.
100%. 100%, man. I did bring up Kenny Smith. I was intrigued by Kenny.
I'm glad you said that.
I was intrigued by Kenny, man. What do you think?
So you would be open to Kenny?
I would. Because like I said, Kenny knows.
Yeah.
He knows I don't know what his philosophy is, don't get me wrong. I don't know what his philosophy is, and that may be, dangerous.
I think I'm still on the fence with Kenny. I would love to see him be on a staff first before he was a head coach. And I would love. I think he is a smart dude, and he would be a good head coach. But same thing with Becky. I don't know if we're the first job. That's my only beef with Kenny Smith. I just don't know if coming straight to the Knicks out of coaching nobody. Right. I don't know if that's the first job for him to do. Yeah. But I would be intrigued with that. I wouldn't hate it if that was what happened. I would not hate it, but I would be interested for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But that sounds like a very Knicks thing to do. I think that could happen.
Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, all right, back to the phone. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new so we can shout you guys out. Real quick, I definitely want to shout out Endless Tunes, Locks Main, Robert Parrish. What's going on? Some of my day ones, all the mods, appreciate it. Definitely salute to Super Chats. Heidi Rosenberg sent us a losing chat and said we're on a losing streak. Taya Clay says Julius Randle as our cornerstone free agency piece is an absolute travesty. We had no choice. Unfortunately, he's only good as a third option. Chris Bosh 2.0. Chris Bosh was a beast now. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, boy. Chris Bosh was a beast on Toronto.
Unless you're telling the future and saying he's going to turn into a Chris Bosh, then cool.
Right. But Chris Bosh was only that way because he chose to sacrifice for the better of the team. But prime Chris Bosh, Toronto, that boy was a problem. He was definitely a problem. Shout out King Savage, hashtag new. Andy My again, what's going on? Team hashtag new in here. Somebody said David Blatt. I don't know. I feel like LeBron made him, but even though he was successful
I would not hate
on the
that
international
either.
scene, I don't.
Yeah.
But can he handle? That's what I'm saying. Can he handle this?
You're right.
Can he handle this? His X's and O's might be great. That's
that
Steve
dude,
Mills'
he's
guy.
a winner, man.
That's Steve Mills'
You're
guy.
right, though. Could he? Yeah, you're right.
But can he? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying from an X's and O's standpoint.
You're right.
I'm saying temperament.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying temperament.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing at all. You're right with that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Kareem Grant, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. All right, let's go to my guy Ari, who's waiting for a minute, man. Let's hear what Ari had to say, because his man ISO Zoe got some burn tonight, but obviously wasn't too effective for us. But Ari, what's going on, man? Let us know what's your thoughts tonight.
Oh my God, what my thoughts are. I don't even know where to begin. But the first thing is Julius Hardaway Randle, Hardaway Jr., whatever you want to call him. He needs to
yo, time out. Yeah, CK. I don't know if you were here when Ari first gave him that nickname.
I didn't know.
But he's dubbed Julius Randle the second coming of Tim Hardaway Jr. So there that is. Take it for what you will, man. Take it for what you will.
That.
Go ahead, Ari, man.
Yet, though.
Oh my God, dude! Honestly, Tim Hardaway Jr. didn't turn the ball over like 10 times a game, but whatever. I don't know. But listen, like I said last game, first of all, Fizdale, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, honestly, CK, it doesn't matter who the coach is, because anyone would be better. Like, put CP as the coach. He'll do a better job than Fizdale. It doesn't matter. He's that trash.
But is CP ready for? No, I'm playing.
RJ Barrett, 40 minutes when you're getting blown out by 30? Why would you ever do that? Putting Bobby Portis in the starting lineup and taking Mitch and putting Mitch off the bench, changing your starting lineup every single game so players don't know their roles, they can't get into a rhythm, giving Wayne Ellington that many minutes. Wayne Ellington shouldn't play ever. He shouldn't be on the court ever. Like, not 1 minute for the rest of the season. He should not be on the court, okay? So, but it's ridiculous. But again, everyone's focusing on Fizz. But let's put this into context. The front office did not put him in a good position. They signed 5 guys, all who do the same kind of thing, that are like C+ players, and put him in a position where, of course, people aren't going to be happy. Of course, people aren't going to get their minutes. People aren't going to know their roles. Making Julius Randle seem like the first option of the team, that's like Al Harrington, Tim Hardaway Jr. It's like, what are you doing? Like, this has to be a team that's, built with all 5 players are contributing equally. There's no first option, second option, or third option. There's only the open option.
Yeah.
So I think Scott Perry and Steve Mills have done an absolutely terrible job, from trading Kristaps Porzingis for a guy who can't even play basketball anymore, basically by setting the culture for the point where he wanted to leave in the first place, then giving Julius Randle that money, expecting him to be good when he's absolutely trash. Playing Frank Ntilikina like he's like, I don't know, like Derek Harper or something.
He only got 15 minutes tonight, man. He got 15 minutes tonight, man. I'm not gonna. I'd like to see Frank playing some more, so maybe he could get some confidence in his game. I don't know. I'd rather see that than seeing half these guys chucking.
At this point, I agree. I think Iggy should play too now. I think Iggy should play a little bit also. It's clearly Bobby Portis and Julius Randle aren't doing it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not? And I agree with CK. December 15th, we got to trade Julius Randle for a point guard, or just cut him at this point.
All right, bro. All right,
hey, you added stuff, but yeah.
Ari knows Randall's not gonna be the guy that gets traded. Yeah, he knows that, but he's ready to start that narrative, man.
We too chicken to trade. They ain't gonna trade.
That would never happen. It's never gonna happen. Bro.
It ain't gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen. Frank only got 15 minutes tonight.
Yeah,
which was I don't know,
Frank will never please I can't even say the haters, because Frank, to me, I feel like he's won over a lot more Knicks fans than people think.
Yeah.
But those that are diehard Frank haters, Frank will never.
He will never win them over. Great point. Great point.
Just won't, because he's just not the kind of player that they want. Because what they want is a scoring point guard with a dog in him.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's not Frank. Frank is more. He is that prototype French move the ball defense first point guard, and that could be a blessing. But like you said, he only played 15 minutes tonight, and. Look, I'm just upset that at first it was about fouls, and then second half, I don't know what it was about then. Because I don't understand why he didn't play more than 15 minutes tonight.
The minutes distribution, it's just all over the place, man.
It's random.
It's just all over the place. Like I'm just not really understanding. Again, minutes like Dotson, Frank only getting 15 minutes, Dotson getting 4 minutes. When you had RJ running up and down, you had Ellington doing nothing out there.
Yeah,
I didn't
especially
understand.
after the game Dotson had. Like I don't get why he didn't play the next two games, because he played a solid game.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're just all over the place.
They're all over the place, man. It's tough. It's tough, man. I don't know where we're gonna go. I do not know where we're gonna go here.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. I'll tell you that. It's not looking good.
Early.
Yeah. The Neils Next Door. Shout out team #New.
Hey.
Welcome to the Neils Next Door. Where's everybody checking in from? Throw your cities in the chat so we can see where you guys are checking in from.
Heard.
My guy CK's checking in from Los Angeles, California. I'm out here in New York, man, holding it down. Maybe it was a daylight saving time, man. I don't know, man. Did you change your clock back, bro? How you feeling today, man? You
I was
sluggish?
actually no, I'm good, but I was up for the change because I was doing some work because I'm moving, so I was trying to get some work in for the channel and everything.
Okay.
Last night,
Yeah,
and I saw the clock was 1:55. And the next thing, I look back at the clock and then it's 1:05. I'm like,
winning.
Explain that to me. Like, what's happening?
Winning.
I just got a whole hour back. Right.
I love it. I love it.
Me
man.
too. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, man.
You'd be here if it was up to me. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll blame it on the time difference. Maybe they just didn't know what time it was.
I'll take that.
You know what I mean?
Let's do that then. Let's do
Maybe
that
they just didn't know what time it was. Let's shout out to Costa Katsanias checking in from Athens, Greece.
Sheesh.
Shout out to you, man. We got Rodrigo Pinto de Sousa checking in from Portugal.
Damn,
Global, man. Gotta be legend checking in from Costa Rica. We got, speaking of international, we got Brian Bazin checking in from Brick City, Newark.
Ooh, hey.
Yeah, man. Everybody's in here, man.
Everywhere, man.
Yes, sir. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to the super chats that came in. Ibrima John says, sends a super chats. He says, do you think De'Aaron Fox and Devin Booker to the Knicks will help the Knicks moving forward? Hey, it'd be fantastic. That would just never happen.
That is the most
you know what I mean? Yeah, the 2K trade. The 2K trade.
How? What are we doing to do that?
Facts.
There's no way that's happening. I would love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sign me up. Sign me up, man.
But it ain't happening.
Yeah, man. Marcus Presley, thanks for the super chat as well. All right, let's go to my man Q from Brooklyn. He's checking in. Q, how you feeling tonight, man?
Yo, what's up, CP? What's up, 2K?
How you feeling, bro?
Yo, when you said what's good, fellas? When you said, put where you from in the chat or where you coming from, Alex said hell.
I didn't even see Alex.
He said hell, shoot. Dog. I swear that's where I thought I was watching this game.
Yeah, man.
I thought, what? Did I fall asleep and everything bad I did, I end up in hell? I don't even know if I want to go to the game this Friday. I don't even know.
Luke
you know
and
what
KP?
I mean? It's like,
oh boy, that is this Friday, bro.
Luke
when
and
you
KP.
live outside of, man, when you live outside of Brooklyn and you live in a place where people hate the Knicks or people love throwing jabs at the Knicks, it's just murder, man.
Yeah.
And KP's gonna try to score 60.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And Luka is a serious problem for the league.
Yeah, let them throw that Bobby Portis lineup out there and see how much KP drop on him.
See how that goes.
See how much KP drop on him with that Bobby Portis nonsense, bro.
We're gonna lose by 60. And I'm not the type of dude to say, I'm out by the third quarter. But I'm going to have to dip because they're going to put the spotlight right on the guy with a Knicks shirt on, a Knicks hat and everything because I go spot it out. Yeah. And then the rest of the crowd's going to laugh at me. I can't go through this frustration, man.
So it's all good, Q. Hold us down, man. We got your bail, man. If you need to go out swinging, we got you, bro. Don't worry about it, bro.
We're ready.
Don't worry about it, man. We'll donate some super chats for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, but I can save y'all, but just not going. But at the same time, the game. Why you guys answer to me this? Just give me this on y'all tape. This switching. If you don't have Andre Iguodala, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, why the hell are you switching? Why are we switching everything? Portis, I feel bad for Portis because Portis looked like, don't switch, I got my man. He has this look on his face.
Yeah.
And Fizz will literally make these guys do that. And Randall is the most laziest defensive player I've ever seen. I thought Tim Hardaway was bad. Randall is 10 times worse. So he's going to switch his way out of New York. That's what's going to happen to Fizz. He keeps this switching. It's going down, man. But,
appreciate it, Q.
Man, I always appreciate you guys because whether, a CPJ Ellis, CK2K, whether you guys are doing something, you always make it feel better when it feels so bad to be a Knicks fan, man.
It's rough out here, man.
I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Hold it down, Q. Don't be afraid to swing in there, bro. Don't be afraid, bro.
And I might not make it, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for the call, bro.
Easy, Q.
Yo, that's my guy, man. That's my guy, Q. He's out there in Dallas holding it down. Hold it down, Q. Don't worry about it, man.
Oh, no.
If we hear about you in the papers, we got you, man. Yeah, he's in Dallas, bro.
He's in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
man.
in Dallas. Yeah, with the switching, it was something that, again, it was the adjustment that they tried to make during the Celtics game. Whether you want to say he was effective or not, that's left to be decided. But tonight it wasn't working.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like that's my thing. That's why I'm not as upset about the switches as a lot of other people because it was a bit more effective against Boston. Tonight, not so much.
Not so much.
Like you said, we switched on everything. There was no communication. So in situations like that, where poor Bobby got exposed against De'Aaron Fox
again.
Yeah, because he was switched with Frank and stuff like that. We got exposed tonight. And that comes down to communication. No one's talking. No one's saying anything.
Facts.
But yeah.
You're gonna a guy that he's not a good defender. You're gonna get the guy exposed out there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the guy exposed out there. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not the coach, but that just didn't make any sense, man.
And you gotta make that adjustment.
You gotta make that adjustment.
You gotta make that adjustment. Stay on your man.
Yeah.
Something.
Absolutely.
I would have rather seen a doggone zone by the second quarter after seeing all the switch. I was like, you know what? After switch, just play a zone.
Yeah.
Because no one want to do anything.
Right.
Unless your name is Frank Ntilikina.
Oh, that's coming next. The zone is coming next.
I already know.
You know the zone is coming next.
Fish trying everything, man.
The zone is gonna come next. Oh, it's getting ugly, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again on this Sunday night. Hit that thumbs up for your boys. CP and CK at it. Trying to make some bring some positives out of this, bring some humor to this on what was a relatively ugly night. Salute to Viv in the chat. What's going on? Carlos Martinez checking in from down under to Australia. What's going on?
This man said 4-1 zone.
4-1 zone.
Oh, 4-1
zone, man. Oh, yo, CK, the Mark Jackson hive is heavy in the chat right now, man. I'm telling you, man.
I've been seeing. They in my comment section too. So you're right. You're 100% correct, man.
The Mark Jackson hive is heavy in here. Somebody said David Blatt had to quit coaching because of health issues. Okay, so bring him to New York. We'll bring him back to life. Bring him to the Knicks.
Right.
So we'll bring him back to life.
Look,
that's
man,
all I'm saying,
take him.
man. Yeah.
I'll take him. I'm telling you, I would take David Blatt, man.
I mean, don't be surprised, to be honest, because like I said, that's Mills' boy. So.
And that's the thing, because he's good with teams with not, because what happened was he had LeBron James. That's not his style. He needs something like what we got, where we don't have that number one player. We got a committee. And that is where he thrives, at least from the little bit I know or the little bit I've seen from what he's done overseas and stuff like that, and what you hear about. That's where he thrives in team atmosphere, playing like for everybody, and that's what we need. We need to stop the whole me, dribble. So I would be open to having David Blatt personally. But again, like you said, though, I'm not. You're also right on the fact that this is New York.
Yeah,
he could handle Cleveland, so how you gonna handle New York?
Right,
so
right.
you're right there too.
Or give me a Kenny David Blatt ticket. Give me David Blatt as the OC. The offensive coordinator, and put the front guy as the guy that can, you know what I mean, handle the pressure.
Yep. I will take that too.
Yeah,
I'll take that too.
Give me Kenny or somebody as a front guy, somebody that's been there before.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and Kenny New Yorker too, man.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Mr. Lee said David Blatt won in Europe too. Yeah, we're not.
Yes, he did.
The question is not about X's and O's.
Yeah.
It's not about X's and O's. It's about can he handle it? Can he handle the frying pan? This is a different day and age, man.
The suit for the Knicks head coaching job is a little bit heavier than a lot of the other suits for other teams. So
very much so.
More to it.
Very much so. My man New York guy said Rick Pitino. Nah, the coaching for Rick Pitino is long gone, bro. He has been an NBA head coach since '96.
Yeah.
What's Rick Pitino?
Who did he coach? And who did he coach?
The damn Celtics.
We don't want him.
You know, I mean, he was last year in what, 88?
Yeah.
89? I mean, I'm not with it.
It's a different game. Especially from back then. I don't know. I'm
not with it.
No thanks.
Yeah, man.
No thanks.
Let's go back to the phone. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Let's go to Lou in Pennsylvania. He wants to talk about Fizz. Lou, how you doing, man? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
What's good, Lou?
Yeah, loud and clear,
bro. What's going on, man?
You good?
I've lost probably 4 to 6 games. Just his rotation.
Yeah.
And then I think he already lost the locker room because you can't keep switching lineups, starting lineups, when you don't need to, because nothing's working.
Yeah.
Everybody's confidence is actually going down. You got Trey's confidence. You can see he was just like, "Why put me out now? I should have played 2 games ago."
Yeah.
And for real, this season is probably going to be worse than last season, just because of the talent acquisition.
It's trending that way, man.
And the win loss.
It's trending that way, man.
It's trending that way.
Yeah, appreciate the call, man. It's rough, man. All we need now is to trade for Moutier, and the tank is rolling.
Hey, chill out with Moutier. I'm still fighting, man. He out there playing well in Utah. Y'all stop, man. All right, everybody should love Moutier because Moutier got his RJ Barrett. Okay,
couple more games, and we're gonna be designating a new tank commander. I don't know who it's gonna be right now. Right now, Julius Randle is wearing the crown.
The most expensive,
the most expensive one. Julius is better be careful, man, because the tank commander awards are coming back quickly.
Facts.
It's coming back quickly, man. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. A couple more super chats. Joel John says, what are the realistic point guard options? I think Bogdanovich from SAC is good, but keep Frank, rather trade DSJ, Zoe, or are you ready to fire Fizz yet? No, I'm not ready to fire Fizz yet. Point guard options is going to come in the draft. If DSJ doesn't come back ready to roll, you got to go in the draft, CK.
Yeah.
It's got to be in the draft. And I could already see us losing the lottery to Golden State. That's just gonna be the icing on the cake. Bro.
You retweeted that meme, but it was funny, but it was like, damn, that's kind of real. It could happen. It could really happen.
We're gonna lose the lottery to Golden State, and that's just what it's gonna be.
If I can look, as long as we are in it, I don't want to talk about this right now, but as long as we are in that top 5, I'll be cool.
We'll be all right.
Well, Cole Anthony or Lamelo. I'm with you on that one, EJ.
I'd rather Cole Anthony. I want no parts
unless we can
LeVar Ball in New York. None.
See, but that's my thing. Like, take LeVar Ball out of the conclusion. I want that 6'7" guy that can play the way he plays. But I get it.
He's nice.
I understand the LeVar thing. I get that. But here's my thing. I don't think if we have the chance to get Cole, this ain't a conversation.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like Lightning won't strike twice for us. We ain't gonna get 3, 2, or 1. I don't care what our record is. But
get 7.
That's what my brain is already set on 5, 6, or 7. I'm gonna be real with you. But
damn boy.
But let's look, guys. Let's not.
Let's not put that energy out there. I agree with you.
Don't do that.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, man.
Yeah.
Let's go to my man Viv. What's good, Viv? Viv wants to talk about the game overall. How you feel, bro?
What's going on, CP? What's going on, CK? How are you guys doing?
Good, man.
What's
How you
up,
feel,
man?
Not much, man. Look, this game was rough. I was flipping between that. I was flipping between some football. I was flipping channels between, I don't know, other league.
How's my guy Lamar Jackson looking right now? I flipped that off. Giants play tomorrow, so I wasn't really on the football today. But what's
he
Lamar
had a touchdown,
Jackson
but I actually haven't been keeping up with that either. But
oh, that's right, he's playing right now.
Look, yeah, he's playing the Patriots. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how much this is rough, especially at home. Remember, what was it, like a couple of years ago? Every time the Knicks would play like at 1 o'clock or like at noon on a Sunday.
Sunday matinee, we get washed.
We sucked.
Yeah, this almost felt like that. We almost like brought it back this year because like now we got like vets on the team, that are over the age of 21. So it seemed like no one, half the team was just literally flat. It was crazy, but yeah, I mean, I think that. Just the Kings are not a big team, right? They're really a lot of players who can shoot. I mean, Buddy is pretty much amazing, and then you combine, you put Ariza, you put Barnes, you can put whoever else there. They all could shoot, right?
Four out of the 5
this is like
is
the worst
shooting
the storm of everything. Exactly. And then you got Fox, who's probably one of, if not the fastest guards in the league, and that was a problem, and. To go back to the whole switching thing, I think I get switching. I understand it. I understood the last game. I understand it even for this game because if you don't switch and you go if you try to fight through all the screens, then you're just going to get into foul trouble. Look what happened to Frank. And those are really ticky-tack fouls for the most part. If he was actually going to fight through every single screen, he's going to be playing 10 minutes because he's going to foul out of the game.
Well, that's 5 minutes less than he played tonight.
Yeah. Word.
I know. My main gripe, like I know we mentioned it on Twitter, like man, RJ played 41 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
And he played like almost like 33 by the end of the third quarter, or like not 33. It was like 30 minutes, whatever it was.
Close enough. Yeah.
And we were down 25. Like, come on,
What was the point?
I know.
What was the point?
I'm arguing. Yeah, exactly right. I'm arguing that there's some people saying, it's good for developing, and the guys are gonna get rest and all that nonsense. Like,
he leads the league in minutes.
Else. What are you gonna get?
He leads the league in minutes.
Exactly.
He's developing
on a losing
quite
team.
well on a losing team, and he's one of the best players on the team. He's doing all right, man. We're good.
Yeah.
And did you hear the Fizz quote about it and like the subsequent quote from Wally?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, Wally wasn't with it either. Wally was like, it's garbage. Yeah, well, Wally Serbiak was basically like, he thought it was garbage too. He was like, when he was 19, blah, 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 he would just go out there and run it.
Okay.
Spree, I mean, Fizdale made the analogy. He was like, well, Latrell Sprewell used to average 40 minutes a night. I'm like, bro, Latrell Sprewell was like the basketball version of
he was like 27 years old.
Yeah, like you can't compare that, bro. Sprewell was just different. Do you know? Yeah. Like I said, I can't tell you the effect that it's gonna have on him, but I would just err on the side of caution, man. Just protect the kid, man.
That's all I'm saying.
Especially in a blowout.
Just err on the side of caution. Let's get some other opportunities with other players, and obviously, he's gonna recover. We have a couple days off, but still. To come back and saying, "Oh, it's like load management thing is crap." Like, come on, man.
Facts.
That's like it's been done. Like that's like you can't just go completely against
True.
Like data and all this other stuff.
True indeed, man.
He's running all over.
Appreciate the call, Vic. Appreciate the call. Fizz was tight. Fizz was tight tonight, man. He was tight about it, man. Like I said, I don't know the exact answers, but I would just rather just be cautious, man, because we just don't have good luck right now.
And we were getting blown out. That's all the answer we need. You know what? I get it. He was having a good night, but that's not a night we need 40 minutes. If it was close, if we're winning, all right, we'll let that one pass. But 40 minutes when we got, like you said, we were getting killed by 32 points at one point. Yeah, so
man.
Night wasn't that night.
Facts. Appreciate the call, Viv. Let's go to South Carolina. My man Ron Cleveland in here. What's going on, Ron? How you feeling, bro?
Ron.
Man.
That's a depressing man tonight, man.
CK, hey, before I get into it, CP, man, I get the switchboard operator my email address.
Okay,
man.
cool.
Because I was trying to see if I could find yours so we can collab on this shirt stuff, man. But dude, this game tonight, I'm gonna hit on some things, man. That it's obvious to me when I look at our team. Anybody who thinks Fizz shouldn't be fired is crazy, and I'm gonna tell you why. As a coach, the one thing that you want as a player is to know that you got some kind of direction. If you look at our team last year and even this year, we don't have no direction, no identity defensively, and more importantly, offensively, in the offensive league.
Yeah.
Fizz don't have a clue. And this yo-yo offense, this yo-yo lineup, what that does, when you keep pulling players out, you don't know what your role. They don't have defined roles on our team. When you don't have defined roles, you're going to have nights like we had tonight. You're going to have more losses than you're going to have wins. CP, you remember I told you we was going to lose this game. I told you after that Boston game, I said we're going to lose Sunday. Because I don't have no confidence in the coach, and I see that the players don't have no confidence in the coach. Therefore, he needs to go. He needs to go, and they're gonna have. I'm happy that Morris is playing as good as he is, because he's gonna be trade option number one.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
Agreed.
That's my silver lining. That's my moral victory, man. You keep it up.
Big facts.
And it's not because he's not a good baller. He's a great ball player, but that's why we're gonna trade him, because he's not gonna bring us any value of staying on this team long term. But what he can get us in return, I'm saying right now, they need to find Dennis Schroeder. They need to find him as a point. They need to find wherever he's at.
What do you think, CK? Go ahead, CK.
I don't.
CK, what do you think, man? Appreciate the call, right? What do you think about that? Dennis Schroeder? We talked about this last show.
Everything up until the Dennis Schroeder part. I get it. He's a scoring. I know everybody wants their scoring point guard. I understand that. But to me, I feel like we have, I can't stress it enough. We got a team of guys that can do things. I want a point guard that can command the show and is not going to be punked by the veterans. Almost like what Elfrid Payne did for us, but to a more efficient standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but I don't see how Dennis Schroeder would be that much of a step up if we got him onto the team at all. He's doing good as a backup. I feel like that is his role. I don't know if I would want, because he would honestly come to our team and be the starter, and I don't want that. I don't. I would much rather have Marcus Morris.
I'll take my chances in the draft. Real talk. I'll rock with the DSJ Frank platoon all season long. See if anybody can emerge. And go to the draft after that. Schroeder, he's a nice player, but not really something. I want somebody that's gonna be here for the future, like the future. Not just a placeholder, patchwork, because we're not going anywhere. So I don't really see Schroeder as the answer, man.
That needs to go. I'm sorry, and I don't hate the kid. It's just I just know I can read that story already. I see the story. I see it. He's gonna be our starting point guard. It's gonna be nice for a game. He's gonna have a nice scoring night, and then he's just gonna be doo-doo for the rest. I'm good. Like you said, run with what we got. Let Frank start. Or even Des when he comes back, whatever it may be, just run with what we got. go through the draft.
Factuals. Good point. Appreciate the call, Ron. Ibrahima John, thanks for the super chat once again. I can't read the comment from my dashboard, but definitely appreciate the super chat. So to everybody in the chat right now, Andrew H, what's going on? EJ1, Fred Mickens, I see you. New York guy, Knicks 1904, Coach Cheese Carter, Andy Shortino, what's going on? How's everybody feeling out there Sunday night? Ozua says, bring in Ricky Rubio. Yeah, I don't know him either.
I wouldn't hate it. I'm sorry. He ain't going anywhere, though. He's doing good in Phoenix.
Yeah. Look how well they're playing now.
Oh, but you know what? I just remembered his contract. Yeah, no, thank you. I just remembered. No, his contract. I'm good.
It's heavy, man.
I'm good. Yeah,
we got to shore this up. I don't know if it's a point guard. I don't know what it is. But to Ron's point, we got to try to settle on this rotation, man. It can't be good for the chemistry and knowing roles. We got to sort it out.
Mm-hmm. And that's my last. I know everybody, and he's not totally wrong for saying those who don't want, because you and me are both on the same page. Where not yet. Like we see the signs, we don't like them, but not yet as far as firing Fizdale.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I think what's best for him is, like you just said, get that lineup, get that rotation, and run with that for more than a game, at least like 3, 4, 5 games. Let the rotation run, and we're still in this kind of hole. Then I will openly take those conversations about it's probably time for him to go.
I hear you, man. Rock from Atlanta, what's going on, bro?
EP, EK, what's going on, fellas?
Good, man. How you feeling, bro?
It was a rough night, but I think I agree with a lot of the callers. The continuity is just not there. I feel like you got a lot of players that do the same thing. For example, like you have Randall and Morris, who both I think can be good players, but you have them on the floor at the same time, and neither one of them are venturing out to the three-point line. Well, if anybody should venture out to the three-point line, I think Morris should go out there and let Randall work from the post, but they're double teaming him, which could benefit him to create assists to those cats on the perimeter. But what's happening is everybody's clogged in the middle, so the defense just sits there. And then on top of that, I think we have a point guard. But the thing about it is, you trying to make Dennis Smith a passing point guard. You have to get him some space and let him create one-on-one, and then once they collapse, he can pass it out. If you look at last year, the way once he came in, he drove to the basket, but he had space. He even got those alley-oops to Mitch Robinson, but he had to have space. And right now, the switching and the defense and everything like that, it's just terrible. There's no offensive continuity.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there's no continuity, man. It's definitely no continuity. It's going to be interesting to see what DSJ does when he comes back. I think that was part of the problem with his ineffectiveness when he first started. I think, number one, he's worried about the new jumper. Number two, I think he was trying to figure out his role, how to fit in, because he hears it. He hears the criticism, how he needs to be, a better facilitator and get his jumpers up. And I think he was thinking out there. Instead of really reacting. So I'm just not sure.
And I'm not a huge DSJ guy, but even I was just like, just be that guy. Show us what you worked on. Like, don't focus on, I need to pass, I need to shoot. Just go out there and play your game and show us what you worked on over the offseason. It will come if you just play the way you play.
Yeah.
And I just feel like he was in his head too much. And then we also found out what happened with him, his family and everything.
Facts.
So hopefully when he comes back, he goes to just playing basketball and starting from there first.
Agreed.
But we'll see.
Let's stay in Atlanta. Lo, what's going on, man? Hello?
Hello?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Hey, this is Lo. Hey, what's going on, fellas? Salute to y'all shows.
Appreciate it.
What's good, man?
All right, so check this out, man. I feel like if you watch first of all, I have to say on behalf of Team Frank, you can't say that him landing his shots wouldn't be the difference maker. But I'm just going to go into this. Have you seen the preseason games?
Yeah, we watch all games, man. This is a show for the fans, by the fans. We do post game after every game.
I feel that. Yo, Frank was beating screens in the preseason, and they got him switching right now that he's getting mad burn. That's point number one. Point number two,
Yeah, you guys mentioned earlier that the players were kind of sluggish. I feel you. They're not boxing out. And not on top of that, but Mitchell is injured like that. It hurts. You can see him like it hurts. It hurts him.
Yeah.
And 3, I'm just glad they play Iggy.
Yeah.
That's it.
Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, listen, I'm glad Iggy got in. I'm definitely glad Iggy got in. We'll see what type of adjustments they make on the defensive end. We gotta try to get Frank out there to try to get some stops. But the Kemba game, the Celtics game, he guarded Kemba. I forgot how much it was. It was a very small amount of time.
Someone said 7. Yeah, 7 shots.
Yeah.
Were guarded by him, and obviously he shot more than 7 shots, but he was 1 for 7 in those 7 shots.
Right.
But that's a small sample size for as much because what did he drop on us? 29?
About 30. He definitely dropped
that's
30
right.
piece.
That's
yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
He dropped a 30 piece clean, man. So
Oh.
what are you gonna do, man? Ian Goodrich in the chat says he was at the game. Get a refund, Ian. Go to the box office and get a refund.
Oh man, when they ask why, just say because.
Yeah,
you saw
just
that.
because. Man.
You saw
right.
what we just watched.
You saw what happened. Get a refund, man. Some free popcorn, man. Yeah, man. All right, let's go to CK. How much time? Because you about to do your show in a second, right?
Yeah. No, do your thing, man. Run it.
All right, Roquan from the Bronx. What's going on? We'll take a couple more. Raekwon, what's going on, man?
CK, how y'all doing, man?
Good, man. How you feeling,
bro?
Good. All right, let me just go out and say it, man. David Fizdale is not a developing coach. What I mean by that is, you guys remember when he was in Miami, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so he had LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh. He had all these superstar players. That's what made him look great. But now, if you see this team that we have so much young, talented players, right? And you mean to tell me Fizz can't come out and help us get wins with this young, talented team? You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching the game, and I'm seeing Mitch guard De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield. Like the people said it previously in the chat, we're doing too much switching, and that's what's, making us lose games. Another thing is we need a new coach, man, and a new veteran point guard, you know what I mean? Because when I look at Frank out there, we need a coach who's going to tell Frank, yo, Frank, you need to shoot that basketball, man. Like, every time you're open, you need to take that shot. If you look at De'Aaron Fox, right, and all these other point guards, they're so talented because they could score the basketball. But Frank, I know Frank's not that type of guy that's going to score, but we need a coach who's going to install that confidence and tell him, Frank, you got to take that shot. And another thing is we need, we need another point guard like, say, a Chris Paul. You know what I mean? And Fizdale, like I said, though, Fizdale, he's not a developing coach. He only looks good if he has star players around him, and that's all I have to say right now.
All right. Appreciate the call, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to get Frank activated, man. I'm sure they are in his ear, telling him to be aggressive. That's Fizz's number one comment on Frank every time. It's confidence, aggressiveness. Those are the 2 words he uses with Frank almost every time he gets asked about him.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to send a message to him, man. They're trying to get him to open up some more. You saw it tonight, man. He was gun shy. We down by 30. He's still scared to shoot the 3.
Yeah.
He's still scared to shoot the 3. Like, come on, Frank, man.
Yeah. And then it's inconsistent because then we get the games like the Boston game where he's taking shots off the dribble, fadeaways and stuff like that. And then we get tonight where those kind of things happen. I still feel like that there's a leash. I call me crazy. I still believe there's a bit of a leash on him. And I just feel like because we saw it, and I hate to keep bringing this up because it's the past, different system and everything, but we saw it with France where it's just there was no worry about this or that. Just go out there and play your minutes, come out, we're going to put you back out, like those kind of things. With us, it's always seems like Frank, he never knows if he's taken out, if he's getting back in. So it's always, to me, it's always going to be in his head on minutes and stuff like that. And anybody else, you'd be like, tough it out, deal with it, move on. But unfortunately, with a guy like Frank, he's still young. He's just not dealing with that well. What's that to say about his character? Who knows? I just feel like with the whole confidence thing, like you said, because Fizz does say it all the time in every press, every opportunity he gets to talk about Frank, it's always about confidence, like that. I just don't feel like the trust is fully there, even though he wants us to believe that. That goes back to the Fizdale salesman that we all know about. I don't feel like if it's 100% there with him. So to me, I just feel like there's still that leash on him. But
Fizz said he was stealing Colette's playbook from France. I haven't seen it yet.
Not at all, man. Not at all. Not once.
Yeah,
Not once.
yeah. We're gonna take some of those plays too. I've been watching. Blah, 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 blah.
Salesman, man.
Come on, Fizz, man. Come on, son.
Small little retort on the development side.
Yeah,
we haven't seen it. Yeah, I'll give you that outside of Emmanuel Mudiay, but Fizz was, and the players have come out and said it, and that's the reason why he got the job in Memphis. He was responsible for guys like, Mario Chalmers, who came out and, did what he did in key runs in the finals and stuff like that. So he did do some development with those younger players on the team, but it doesn't matter because the main point was it hasn't extended to us as a head coach, and that is true.
Hey, I mean, I've said it. I've said it a million times. We don't know what Fizz is as a head coach. He's been a head coach for 2 years now. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
And we still don't know.
We still don't know. He's been an assistant coach this whole time, and you don't know the impact that these guys have. Yeah, he's come highly touted. He's come from the Riley coaching tree. We know all of that. Yeah. We respect it, but we just don't know. The verdict is still out in terms of his X's and O's and development. We just don't know.
I feel like ultimately that's what he is. I think he's an assistant coach. Ultimately, I feel like he is a guy where he's good behind the scenes. Following someone else's playbook. And just implementing what he knows, implementing, his rah mentality. Like, that's the kind of thing you want to hear from an assistant coach. I think that's ultimately what he's going to be long term, whether it's with us, whether he does get fired or not from us, which I'm, at some point I feel like it's going to happen. But, that's just what his role is to me. I feel like that's what we've learned. That's what I've learned from it.
Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Various ways to support us. Salute to Michael Parker, #1 fan of the show, sent us a super chat as well. You could send super chats. There's a PayPal, Cash App donation link also in the video description. And if you want to support us for free, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Share these videos on social media. It goes a long way, man. Trust me. CK will tell you the same. It goes a long way. Your support. Man. It's free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and share these videos. Hit that thumbs up, and we'll be on our way, man. So definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's take a couple more before we wrap up. Let's go to Megawatts in New York. I want to talk about tonight's game. Megawatts, how you feeling, bro?
Let it fly.
Yeah. What's up, fellas? First of all, just want to give major props to y'all, CP, KnicksFanTV, and CK2K. Been watching y'all for a minute on the Ghost tip. You know what I mean? Y'all doing y'all thing, and I see everything flowing. So I just want to, first of all, mention that.
Thanks, man.
But it's a lot to talk about. I haven't called in a while because, we've been losing, man, and it's hard to call in and just start venting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see some wins so I could call up and be happy, but it just ain't happening like that. But I decided to call in tonight anyway. But, we have no offense, man. We have no offense, and we don't have any shooters. The only person we have is Wayne Ellington, and he's out there shooting wild crazy whenever he gets a chance to get on the floor because there's no regular rotation. You know what I mean? The big thing in the room is our free throws.
Oh, like, man. I didn't even get to that, man. Yeah. Facts.
We missed so many damn free throws that if we at least hit a majority of them, we'd be in the game and at least the crowd would be into it and they would give us the momentum that we need.
20 for 31 from the stripe tonight. 20 for 31.
That's not going to get it.
That's disgusting.
That's not going to get it. You know what I mean? Yep. And then, I feel like because we don't have an offense, we got to play faster. Like, we might have to play like a West Coast up and down and just, go down, take a shot every 6 seconds type shit on some, Houston, and, just try to take a quick shot and then come down and focus on defense, try to get steals and things like that, because the ball just ain't moving like y'all mentioned earlier. It's just going east to west.
It's going east to west, man. Going east to west, man, and appreciate the call, bro. Yeah. I agree with him, man. Yeah, 100%. I agree with him, man.
Yep, me too.
And the free throws have been disgusting, man. I mean,
we haven't even mentioned that.
Yeah.
We were so frustrated that we didn't even mention the damn free throws. I knew it was bad when I saw Kevin Knox miss 3 straight free throws.
Oh, man.
That he's been 80% for the season, and then missing 3. I was like, yeah, tonight's not the night. It's just not it.
It's not it. It's not it, man. I mean, RJ's been a main culprit. We've known that.
But that's not new.
That's not new.
He's changed. If he can up that 3-point game, because he's shooting damn near 40% from 3, those free throws got to be fixed.
Free throws got to be there, man. Knox 2 for 6.
Yeah,
ISO.
But here's the thing. Positive, he shot 6 free throws. Knox is getting to the line.
Good point. You give him credit for being aggressive.
But yeah, those free throws got to hit from everybody for sure.
Man. All right, couple more megawatts. Appreciate it. Let's go to Corrupt from Hamden. He wants to talk about a potential Randall trade. What you saying, bro?
What you got?
What do you mean, man? What do you got for us, man? Make sure it's not a 2K trade, man.
I got a couple of things. I know you got to go see. You got to go in a minute and do your own show, CK, 2K. But I got a couple of things I'm gonna run down.
What you got?
I got something for the point guard situation, Randall and Coach Fizz. You took my thunder, CK2K, with the Coach Fizz. I actually think Coach Fizz is an excellent coach, excellent assistant coach, not a head coach. You know what I mean? I got nothing against the dude. I think he's got a great personality. You know what I mean? I think he could talk to the guys, and you know what I mean. Talk to them in different ways than the head coach can talk to a player. But ultimately, I don't think he don't have enough experience, and he may get that somewhere else, but not with New York. And since I'm talking about the coaches, I'm not going to just talk about replacing the coach without giving you a name. We keep getting the same name over and over and over. I'm tired of these names. The name is obvious. It's Dave Yager. He got a
I've been hearing this. Go ahead.
Yo, check this out. All right, just real quick. The dude, he only 45 years old. He's been coaching since 2000. Yeah. He's a one-time IBA champion 2001, 3-time CBA champion 2002, 2004, 2005, two-time coach of the year for the CBA. He's a D-League champion in 2007. That got him assistant coach for the Memphis Grizzlies for 6 years, 2007 through 2013. He became the head coach of the Grizzlies for 3 years, 13 through 16. Then he went to Sacramento. Now, Sacramento was losing crazy back then, right? He coached for 3 years, young bucks, players in and out. He actually, last year, got Sacramento to the most wins they had in 12 years, which was like 39 and 43. You know what I'm saying? Like, Coach Yager, he got fired because Lottie Divac, I don't know, he couldn't control him. Like, he was like, I'm going to coach the team my way. You pick the players, I'm going to cook the food. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing like that. So that's what Coach Yager, I think, would fit New York perfect. He's young, he got a little oomph to him, and he got a crap ton of experience. Now with Randall was a mistake, right? I think he's great for a team like the Blazers because they got shooters. They can't collapse on them. You know what I mean? So he could drive, he could kick out to the shooters, or he could get to the hole, do his little thing, get his little 4 or 5 turnovers, but he could still get you like 20 points a game. We made a mistake. Okay, so we get a Whiteside in like a first-round pick. As soon as we get him, we dump Whiteside, let him go wherever he want. We got the first-round pick. Boom, we good. We getting rid of the contract, plus we getting the pick.
Yeah,
so that's what we could do. We could just drop off Randall. Plus, they need help down there because every big man they got is hurt. Whiteside is hurt. Zach Collins is hurt. Homeboy that broke his leg is hurt. You know what I mean? They can't keep a healthy dude. Randall is solid. He has to be on the right team. All right? Okay. So if you want to get Randall, send him over there. Send him over there to the Blazers. I think he can do with some shooters.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, man. He's not wrong. I just don't see it happening, man.
Oh, it's for sure not going to happen. 100% not going to happen. But he's right, because the thing is with Randall, and we're finding out, and I said this in one of my videos, but I didn't want to come out as negative Nancy because everybody was excited about Julius Randle. The thing with Julius Randle is he's not a someone in the chat said it. He's not an alpha. He's not the number one option. No. He is perfect in that number 3, number 2 spot, and he's out here trying to be our number 1. And he's struggling.
He's struggling, man. He's struggling with it. He's struggling with it. You know, It's not
Got
him.
a lot of betas trying to be alphas.
Yeah,
That's what
it's not him,
said.
man. He was able to fly under the radar in New Orleans. He had AD, he had Drew Holiday. You know, as solid as floor generals come. One of the most underrated in the game. So Randall was set up. He was set up well on that New Orleans team, and now he's got to be the guy. That's not him.
For that, man.
That's not him. You know, the Dave Yeager thing is interesting, man. I think Sacramento. I don't know what Vlade was doing, man. For some reason,
Luke
Walton is just like, you know.
Oh, my God. Hot commodity.
I mean, me and you could have held the clipboard for that Warriors team. And
that Warriors, that's what I'm saying.
What did he really need to do? I don't understand. What did he really need to do, man?
But no, like the caller just said, though, it comes down to the fact that Vlade just could not. Yeah. He couldn't get a hold of Yeager. Mm-hmm. And Vlade is just an aggressive personality. Like, he couldn't control him. So because of that, he let him go because there's no other reason to fire him because David Yeager got to that team when they were trash, had to deal with them for 2 years of being garbage. Then he finally, with the young core, he was finally able to do what they were able to do. They almost made the playoffs. A lot of people thought they were going to sneak into the playoffs last year, and he gets fired. So it's like, yeah.
NWG in the chat says the players hated Yeager in Sacramento. Great coach, poor interpersonal skills. Okay. All right.
That's a good one. I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, let's go to last call of the night is gonna go to June from Dallas. June, how you feeling, man? You're the closer, man. Make it good.
Good, y'all. Hey, how y'all doing, man?
Good, man.
We good, man. How you doing?
No, I'm not doing too well, man. My thing is like this, man. I'm not on the fire fist train or nothing like that, but he gonna fire himself, B. Right now, we in a soft part of the schedule where you should have won some games. The Sacramento game, we should have won. We got Dallas coming up, and if they blow us, it's going to be some problems. And by the time we get to the 18th or the 20th,
it's going to be ugly.
We play Philly, and then from then on, it's like straight 20 playoff teams.
Straight playoff teams, bro. It's going to be ugly,
so by the time we get to Christmas, we might be 2-26 or something.
Oh, boy.
If that's happening, you know MSG going to be going crazy.
Yeah, I don't think he'll survive it, man. Appreciate the call, June. I don't think he'll survive it, bro. I'm honest, man. I don't think they need to get some wins, bro.
Yeah.
They need to get some wins.
Because we're already on track to be, like you said at the beginning of the show, we're on track to be worse than last year.
Yeah.
And this roster is not, oh, my.
And the roster's supposed to be better.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but something's got to give, bro. So something has got to give, man. But my man CK, man, always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure rocking with you, man. Chemistry seamless. You know what I mean? We're always here, man. Always open for you, man, to collab, bro. Definitely
I love it,
appreciate it, man.
No, I always appreciate you putting me on, man. It's always fun here. Always fun.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and sign out, man. Let them know where to find you, bro.
Yeah, you know the deal. CK2K. Find me everywhere, CK2K. No big. We're about to do my coast to coast show right after this. It's an NBA show, not just Knicks. But please, if you want to go in there, let your feelings be known about the Knicks. You're more than welcome to do that as well. My channel is, we talk about the Knicks. But yeah, man, subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, that's more important. You need to subscribe to my man CP and KnicksFanTV right here. Hit that damn bell, like the video, man. You know what it is, man. We're all here trying to like CP said, we all here trying to soften the blow in times like this. Because we're all going through the same thing. We love our team, but our team don't want to love us back. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love, man. Appreciate all the support, man.
Yes, sir. Good stuff, bro. And salute to everybody that tuned in, man. It was a tough night, tough loss, a worse loss. This is the worst game of the season so far. Knicks lose 113-92. Salute to everybody that joined in. Remember, this show is available in audio podcast format. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Amazon Alexa, all on the KnicksFanTV. All the mods, if you can put the links into the chat, but the links are also in the video description. Check out the merch. The merch is also in the video description. And please share these videos. Like I said, like this video, share, and subscribe. Those are the 3 free ways to support us. And if you feel free to donate to the show. Superchat, PayPal, CashApp is all appreciated. It all comes back into the show and making it bigger and better. This is a grassroots movement for the fans, by the fans. And we're just trying to keep getting better and keep it independent. Keep it doing our own thing, man. So once again, let me shout out some people before I get out of here. Above the Rim, all the mods appreciate it. Coach Cheese appreciate it. Darryl Walsh checking in from Ireland. Alex Collins from Ireland, all my Irish guys, appreciate it, man. Gotta be legend, thanks again. Jack Peters, Rick Harrison, appreciate it. Tack, appreciate it. NYK Gunner, thanks again, bro. Carlos Martinez, holding it down in Australia, appreciate it. Clevens DeRace, Ari, appreciate it. See you guys Wednesday, man. Peace.
Peace.